Meet Larry, who just airdropped a whole flight photos of his pee-pee. Thankfully, I accepted it, saw who was sending it, and immediately started speaking up. Stay tuned for the police escort.
Yeah, indeed. That individual's name is Lawrence Martin from Texas. Here's a Facebook photo of the gentleman who thought he would share his junk with everyone on the plane. And we do know that in a follow-up video that the individual who had posted it, identified as Mackenzie, explained that this was a Friday flight to Denver when this person decided he'd have a little fun. There was also a child who received the photo, but thankfully didn't approve the airdrop, and the child's father was allegedly ready to beat the hell out of Martin, and rightfully so. This is a form of sexual harassment. It's a form of intimidation, of subjugation, of putting people in a position where they do not feel comfortable. And this Lawrence Martin person, thinking this was fun, get out of here. There's nothing fun about being subjugated, being made to feel uncomfortable, especially when you're in a confined tube that is going to hit the friendly skies. And so I really do hope that this individual was hit with handcuffs, which is our understanding of what happened after the flight with the situation here when the plane landed. I really, really hope that they throw the book at this individual, because this is this indiscriminate, let me share my pic, get out of here. That's filthy. Ben?
Yeah, I mean, like anybody who's like a woman or queer has had to deal with this, especially if you're on the internet in today's day and age. And like the overlap between people who randomly like send like violent threats to people over the internet and people who send photographs like that unsolicited over the internet is pretty much a circle. And this is one of those things that's just really, really frustrating, because the overlap between that crowd and the white nationalist crowd that's trying to strip everybody's rights away also is pretty close to a circle as well. And like, the reason why this is so frustrating is because like obviously that person got put in handcuffs, and that's good. And that like that's good that the person got in handcuffs, but we need to talk about the culture that makes somebody feel like they can do that, because the harsh reality is most of the people who are sending violent threats over the internet, most of the people who are sending photos like that unsolicited over the internet to strangers like that are not getting any type of punishment. They're not getting any type of even like social, punishment for it. Because obviously their friends don't know, their parents don't know. And even when like the police get called about, hey, these creeps are sending violent threats, they don't do anything about it. And look, if Joe Biden wanted to stop the white nationalists across the country, if Joe Biden really wanted to deal with like these violent, hateful people, he could start by opening up DOJ investigations into all of these people. Instead of putting people in jail for nonviolent drug crimes, he could be putting people in jail for sending violent threats over the internet. And that would pretty swiftly deal with a lot of these creeps. And the fact that we don't do it, the fact is somehow we see that as normal or off limits for like the police to actually investigate, even though this is very criminal behavior, like, it's just a testament to how toxic our culture is and how much this misogynistic culture has just, I think, warped people's perceptions of how our systems are supposed to operate.
Absolutely, all of this part of rape culture, that you should be able to send me pictures of your member, or that you should be able to make lewd comments that make me feel unsafe, that should just be, shoulder shrugs. It's part of being a woman. It's absolutely disgusting, and it really does show you again the hypocrisy of our nation, especially since we are seeing this whole Christian nationalist, fundamentalist movement and whatnot, when this would seem to be the antithesis of that type of behavior, yet it's so many people engaged in it. The good thing, at least as far as we know in this story, is that Mackenzie, the individual who posted the video, and a few other passengers, it's our understanding that they met with FBI agents who informed them that Mr. Martin had been arrested and would be spending the weekend in airport jail. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see footage of that, but it would have been something I would have enjoyed seeing. But what I would love to see is that hopefully there's someone who is going to be presiding over this case and also prosecuting this case, who do not see this behavior as a joke, but are willing to hold people accountable for what they are doing in terms of this threatening, inappropriate, and harassing behavior. Because for too long has this kind of conduct been able to be labeled as being a joke, while others are feeling subjugated, oppressed, and completely and totally uncomfortable. So I hope that gentleman gets everything he deserves and much more.